Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, rather had fun.
You got to think that the Anna Leigh and Andre Agassi mixed doubles team has been the most hyped event of the entire year so far. If from my perspective, like I was super curious to see how they were going to do, how they were going to play, knowing a little bit about Andre, knowing a lot about Anna Leigh. I actually predicted, I thought that they were going to win the entire thing, and
Yeah,
I
I
ate
don't know
that
what
one.
I don't know
They
what's wrong with
lost to
this
your
guy,
boy
by the
Len.
way.
All right,
That was
so let's
probably
talk.
one of the worst takes. You have like you think I have bad takes sometimes. That was probably one of the worst takes that I've ever heard this entire year, by the way. So I want you to apologize to me once again, saying, Jack, that was one of the dumbest takes I've ever had because I'm stupid.
I'm probably not going to say that, but I thought that they would have a very, very difficult match with you and Megan Fudge. I thought that they were going to at least get to the final. Now, what surprised me was Andre was actually what I kind of expected from Andre. I don't know. How did he compare to your expectations?
So I was lucky enough to play some rec with him and Travis a few days before, and
Lucky to play
he
with Andre, unlucky to play with Travis, just to
yes,
clarify for the
exactly,
audience.
exactly. Thank you. And I was so impressed by Andre's ball striking. The fact that I mean, it's just like a sentence. He's standing, whatever. Like he hits a serve. I hit a semi deep return. Whatever. It's like a foot away from the baseline. He straight up half volleys it, ball strike, just perfect every single time. He didn't shank one ball our entire session, and they're literally like an inch or two above the net every single rip. It was out of this world. The fact that like if you and I play and we hit 10 drives, two of them are going to shank, or one of them's going to shank, and you just hear it audibly, and then I obviously will affect where it goes. He didn't miss. He didn't shank one ball the entire session. The ball striking was the biggest takeaway where I was like, wow, like that translates from tennis 1 to 1. It was the most impressive thing I've ever seen. Now, dinking, obviously, bro can't dink. So, and that's most of the game. You neutralize a drive, you have to hit a fifth, and you can't really rip a fifth if it's a good if you hit a good fourth. So the dinking was obviously a struggle. You can tell he wasn't comfortable there, but he. What I'm trying to say is he. I thought he was going to be like a 5-0 or whatever, especially since he's 54, 56, right? How old is he?
I think he's 54, I think.
Especially since he's like that. And he was able to move so well. He really impressed me. The ball striking was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. I've never seen a pro pickleball player, drive a backhand with that much flawlessness than Andre, which was wild.
Yeah. So what do you think? Like, I've got opinions. I was just very surprised that Anna Leigh didn't play 75% of the court. Like, she's been playing more court with Catherine Parento than she did Andre Agassi. To me, it seemed like Andre didn't actually know, like, and this is something that I didn't expect. I think their downfall was Andre not understanding how to actually slide out of the way and let Anna Leigh play more court. I feel like if Andre played 25% of the court and he was able to groove backhands cross court, they were going to be a tough team to beat. Like, but Andre was playing 50-50 with Anna Leigh, meaning like Anna Leigh didn't get hardly any balls.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know if they just showed up on the court, or I know they got one rec session in, but I don't know how much they talked or what went on behind the scenes with what the with what the people who may have some control wanted. All I know is I don't know. My biggest confusion was why Andre played left at points, because Andre's backhand is out of this world, and so putting him on the right makes sense. I understand you want Annalise backhand in the middle, but if you're trying to if Annalise trying to take over more, she can do that. Maybe she can still do that the same with her forehand, and Andre can be much more comfortable sliding to his backhand because now that he's on the right side, he can slide with his backhand off the court rather than sliding with his backhand to the middle of the court, which is where he'll get jammed.
Yeah, I actually disagree. I thought that I thought that Andre on the left playing in front of the other female was a good idea. So long as Andre slid, they had a couple points where Andre was sort of straddling the kitchen line in Ernie position and Anna Leigh was just running around. That was a great strategy. When Andre bumped out and only played 25% of the court, they won a few of those points. Especially in the match against Leonard. I don't like Andre head to head with Leonard because Leonard can flick at Andre. And then also Andre was getting out dinked cross court and it was difficult for him to like break out of that pattern with Leonard's partner. So, I mean, I think the main function was Andre not bumping out and giving Anna Leigh enough court to play, to be honest, from my perspective. But Caitlin Kerr shared the same perspective as you. She said Anna Leigh should always be playing the left side pretty much no matter what, especially with Andre Agassi. And she called out Leigh Waters and Travis Rettenmeier for being shit coaches on the sideline.
Of course.
Thoughts on that?
And I mean, it makes sense at points. Like, why not put Anna Leigh Waters in front of the girl? That's like a winning percentage, and especially if Dre has such a good rip to just get Anna Leigh in there. If Anna Leigh's playing right and Dre's in front of the girl, then, once again, I'm pretty sure more of the story is give Dre the green light to just freaking, to just rip thirds. And then he was struggling with some fifth drops. So then just like literally keep ripping fifths, like there's no need. And yes, he can have more success ripping if maybe he's in front of the girl and then Anna Leigh's backhand is in the middle. So I see both sides. I'm not gonna talk trash about any coach other than you. I think you're
fair. All right. So if your life is on now, I made some other inflammatory comments based on duper. Anna Leigh had the highest duper in the tournament. So that was not I said that she's the best player in the tournament, but we have a question from a fan that you know very well and that I know very well. With your life on the line, who do you choose to partner up with in men's doubles? Me or Anna Leigh Waters?
Oh my gosh. I think just because I was gonna say you have good roll drops, but you ain't shit compared to her.
I'll accept that.
I would love to share the court with her and I'd play 75-25. Like, dude, I'd hit my drops and just chill. But
let her take over.
Yeah. I think realistically, the fact that you and I play rec and know each other's games, like I know how to beat you 10 out of 10 times. So I think that's one of the best things once you establish a partnership is knowing how to beat the person that you're playing with, because then you know like what the other team's going to try to optimize for, and how you can kind of patch those holes as a partner. So I think I'd obviously pick you, as unfortunate as it is. Even though for some reason, bro, when the ball's in front of you, you can't keep sliding forehand. Okay, if the ball is in front of you,
I just read you every time. Okay? I read you every time. Dude, I just know where you're gonna go before you know where you're gonna go, dude.
Every time, like you have a lefty who's gonna cover middle when the ball is in front of you. So stop holding forehand, bro. You're not Carlos.
If you saw the St. Louis Shark playing at MLP last weekend, you probably noticed those sleek new uniforms they're wearing. That's from a company called Move, and they're the official uniform partner of the Shark and the sponsor of today's video. Move is a performance apparel brand started by fashion industry vets from Ralph Lauren and Levi's, so they're bringing some legit design cred to the pickleball world. That black and blue jersey you saw the Shark wearing is from their latest line. It has a super lightweight, moisture-wicking fabric and bonded seams, which basically means you're getting no chafing while you're playing on the court. And you look pretty good doing it. So if you're looking to step up your pickleball fit this summer, then head to movebrand.com and use code THEDINK to get 20% off site-wide.
Yeah.